I am Ra. Please, could you correct the angle of the incense so that it's perpendicular to the plane of 20 degrees north by northeast? The incense acts as an energizer to the physical body, signifying its humanity. This is a necessity so that the wafted smoke is perceived from the same relative angle as the instrument perceives the opened Bible, balanced by the lighted candle, which signifies love and light and light and love. Therefore, this gives the mental and emotional distortion complex of this instrument the sight of paradise and peace which it seeks. Thus, energized from the lower to the higher, the instrument becomes balanced and does not grow fatigued. We appreciate your concern, for this will enable our teach and learning to proceed more easily. Ra's social memory complex cannot effectively discern the distortions of the societal mind, body, and spirit complex of our peoples on Earth. Ra wishes to fulfill the teach and learning honor and responsibility by answering the group's questions. This only will suffice, for Ra cannot plumb the depths of the distortion complexes which infect our peoples of Earth. The so-called Great Pyramid had two capstones. One was of Ra's design and was smaller, made of carefully contrived pieces of granite. This was contrived for crystalline properties and for the proper flow of your atmosphere via a chimney. When Ra left our density, the original was taken away and a more precious one substituted, consisting in part of a golden material. This did not change the properties of the pyramid at all, and was a distortion due to the desire of a few to mandate the use of the structure as a royal place only. The question is, what was the specific purpose of the chimney? There is a proper flow of our atmosphere which, though small, freshens the whole structure by having airflow ducts situated so that there was a freshness of atmosphere without any disturbance or draft. And how are the blocks moved? I am Ra. You must picture the activity within all that is created. The energy is, though finite, quite large compared to the understanding or distortion by your peoples. This is an obvious point well known to your people, but little considered. This energy is intelligent and hierarchical. Much as your mind, body, and spirit complex dwells within a hierarchy of vehicles and retains, therefore, the shell or shape of field, and the intelligence of each ascendingly intelligent or balanced body, so does each atom of a rock. With this connection made, a request may be given. The intelligence of infinite rockiness communicates to its physical vehicle, and that splitting and moving which is desired is then carried out through the displacement of the energy field of rockiness from finity to a dimension of infinity. In this way, that which is required is accomplished due to a cooperation of the infinite understanding of the Creator indwelling in the living rock. This is the mechanism by which many things are accomplished, which aren't subject to our present means of physical analysis of action at a distance. I am reminded of the statement that if you had faith to move a mountain, the mountain would move. That if you are fully aware of the law of one, you would be able to do these things. Faith is perhaps one of the stumbling blocks between those of the infinite path and those of the finite proving and understanding. You are precisely correct in your understanding of the congruency of faith and intelligent infinity. One is more spiritual, the other more proof-seeking. There is a distinction between the individual power through the law of one and the combined or societal memory complex mind, body, and spirit understanding of the law of one. In the first case, only the one individual, purified of all flaws, could move a mountain. In the case of mass understanding of unity, each individual may contain an acceptable amount of distortion, and yet the mass mind could move a mountain. The progress is normally from the understanding which you now seek to a dimension of understanding which is governed by the laws of love, and which seeks the laws of light. Those who are vibrating with the law of light seek the law of one. Those who vibrate with the law of one seek the law of foreverness. We cannot say what is beyond this dissolution of the unified self with all that there is, for we still seek to become all that there is, and still are we Ra. Thus, our paths go onward. So the pyramids were thought and built by Ra, constructed by thought forms created by their social memory complex. Ra built the Great Pyramid with everlasting rock. Other pyramids were built with stone that was moved from one place to another. Now you might be wondering, what is everlasting rock? Well, if you can understand the concept of thought forms, you'll realize that the thought form is actually more regular in its distortion than the energy fields created by the energy in the materials in the rock, which, by the way, has been created by thought form, from thought to finite energy and beingness in your distorted reflection of the thought form. The pyramids were built with many blocks instead of being created as one whole form at once because of the law of free will. Ra wished to make a healing machine, or a time and space ratio complex, which was as effective as possible. Ra didn't want to be worshipped as the builders of some miraculous pyramid, so it appears to be made, and not created purely by thought. The Great Pyramid is, first and foremost, a healing machine, and a device for initiation. They are all part of one complex of love and light, intent and sharing. To use the healing properly, it was really important to have a purified and dedicated channel or energizer for the love and light of the infinite creator to flow through. The initiatory method was necessary to prepare the mind, the body, and the spirit for service in the creator's work. The two are, totally integral. There are two main functions of the pyramid when it comes to the initiatory procedures. Before the body can be initiated, the mind has to be imitated. This is actually the point where most adepts find their mind, body, and spirit complexes kind of distorted from. When the character and personality, that is, the true identity of the mind, has been discovered, the body then has to be known in every single way. So the various functions of the body need understanding and control, but with detachment. The first use of the pyramid is basically going down into the pyramid for deprivation of sensory input so that the body, in a sense, is dead and another life begins. After the channeling session, only the chalice behind the instrument's head shall she drink from. That chalice is the most beneficial, as the virgin material living in the chalice accepts, retains, and responds to the love vibration activated by the questioner's beingness.